Hi, my name is Ofra Fisher. I am a ceramic artist and I currently have my work on display here at Epperson Gallery in Crockett. I started making art when I was in college, and I made a big step about 3 years ago. I quit my career as a preschool teacher in order to focus on making art full-time. It has been incredibly rewarding and a lot of fun. Some of the pieces in this show here were made in these last 3 years, and some of them are quite a bit older. It's real nice to have them side by side. In my art, I explore the concept of movement and dynamics and tension by sculpting figures and placing them in unfamiliar situations. Sometimes I like to have a figure enclosed within a secondary form. Sometimes I'll sculpt familiar shapes such as boxes and vessels and spheres and incorporate the figure and have it manipulate the form surrounding it. For example, a hand that might come and pull on the rim of a vessel where the material will look like it's getting crumpled or pulled down, or sometimes gravity might make things slump, and I like to sculpt that into my pieces. I can manipulate the material to make it look like it's fluid or make it look like it's flowing. So the sculpted forms I've made sometimes are interacting with the material itself, as if it's pushing on the walls of the sculpture or pulling on the walls of the sculpture. It's almost as if the figure is participating in the appearance of the sculpture. Over the years, my art has evolved a bit, and at the same time, sometimes I like to revisit concepts from the past. For example, there's a piece in this show called In This Together number 4, and it sits alongside In This Together number 2. Both pieces are similar, where there's a group of figures contained and compressed within a form, yet they're very different. Number 4 has a lot more of a sense of inside and outside. It also has more of a unified form. It's a sphere that has been sliced in half. It reminds me a little bit of a geode with human faces inside. One of the most interesting and rewarding parts about being a ceramic artist is the process itself. I find it to be very challenging sometimes. You need to construct art in a way that will hold itself up. You know, sometimes there's some internal structures that I need to plan in advance, and the design that goes in it, and the time and the effort and the step-by-step that needs to get done in order to finish a piece is probably the most thrilling part. Some exciting challenges in sculpting is figuring out how to attach things correctly. Woman Contained has a female figure inside a vessel, and I wanted to make sure that she's solid in there and attached. I like to create scenarios or situations, a moment in time that is a little bit of a suggestion for a narrative. I'm not looking to give you a story that's complete. I think that there's a lot of gaps to fill, and I think that that's one of the most exciting parts about finishing a piece, is that when it's on display, it's not up to me what its meaning is. Some people might look at my art and feel a sense of warmth, or a sense of togetherness, or a sense of unity. I've also had people look at my work and tell me that it makes them very disconcerted or uncomfortable, or something very dark. One part about being an artist that I really appreciate is sharing my work with people, and of course hearing people's interpretations. I love the creative process. of constructing things and then starting from scratch and ending up with something that I'm happy with. There's always bumps along the way, and it's a learning process. And like I said, I have been a full-time artist for just 3 years. I feel like I'm just getting started. There's a lot more to learn, a lot more to do, and a lot more mistakes to make and to learn from, for sure.